the release of Nnamdi Kanu, have repeatedly demanded for dialogue. I see some people calling me a tribalist on social media because I chose not to believe that I would be won the election. But if I were a tribalist, I won't be asking repeatedly for dialogue in resolving this matter. Yeah. I know people who have come to say, why are you asking for Nnamdi Kanu's release? But that's what I've done. The record is there. I can't even remember how many times on issues with Jide that I've demanded that, look, it's not in every situation that you resolve issues through the courts or through military intervention. I still believe that, look, if we want peace and if we want true national healing, it's one of the first steps that the administration will take. And I recall that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during his campaign, made that promise that he would speak with aggrieved people in the southeast so that we can have peace there. No sacrifice is too much for us to achieve lasting peace. And this is my view. My view remains the same on this matter. I'm convinced that we can achieve peace.
Yeah, but the French call it rapprochement.
Yeah, and when we come together to speak, there has to be concessions on both sides.
Yeah.
I expect that Nnamdi Kanu's minders would also tell him that, look, in return for what Nigeria is offering, this is what we want you to do. Give up your armed struggle. Let's behave as brothers and all that. And I think that will go a long way. I really support Governor Mba on this. He's just following up with what Mbazulike Amechi and others have done before him. May God bless his soul where he is First Republic Aviation Minister. So it's a good move that this governor has initiated, and I believe that we'll get there.
Emeka, yes, many people feel hurt at a time like this, especially in the Southeast. So a political victory would be out of place.
Well, it's long overdue anyway, because when you go to the Southeast, a lot of things are not just in place. People are weary, people are tired, people are suspicious of security agents are suspicious of the people, and then people keep accusing the security agents of doing a number of horrible things to the people. You know, now, what's on everybody's mind is that let Nnamdi Kanu be released. We've said it on this program a number of times. Let there be a political solution to this matter so that, you see, first of all, you can reduce the tension. Because when you reduce the tension, you can now initiate dialogue. I think, actually...
All right, this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's talk is, an issue that can never be overemphasized. No matter how you want to see it, if you like, you might not like it. The reality is that we will keep on calling for justice for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. Now, I'll be bringing the issue of Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko later on. But let us focus on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu, before he became the president of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, Jagaban, as they popularly call him, one of the promise he made to the southeastern people, in quote, Biafran people, is the fact that he said his administration was going to handle the issue of all kind of grievances, that pertains to the southeastern people. We know the grievance of marginalization, and the major issue, of the southeastern people is the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because 90% of southeasterner, can I help go to the 10%, that do not believe in the fight for freedom. But at least 90% of every Southeasterner believe in Nnamdi Kanu. 85% of the zoo, okay, maybe I might be over exaggerating. 60 to 70% of the zoo, both the Hausas, both the Yorubas, at least this man you just saw in journalist hangout is a Yoruba man, believes in justice for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of the fact that they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. 90% to 95% of the world generally that knows about this whole shenanigan. I'm giving a rough estimate, because I believe that so many people are calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. 90 to 95% of the world that knows Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that knows the issues surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, knows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime known to law. Just the same way I feel and I believe that majority of Finnish citizens that know Simon Ekpa Njoku believe strongly that Simon Ekpa Njoku did not commit any crime known by law. If he did, I will tell you without mincing words that the Finnish government would have prosecuted Simon Ekpa by now. It is because of the fact that they cannot hold a concrete evidence against Simon Ekpa Njoku. That is why they have been finding something they can hold on to just for them to do the needful against Simon Ekpa because of the pressure they've been getting from the zoo government. Please don't be carried away by this so-called politics of the world. The world is a political place, is a political space if you don't know. Everybody is trying to fight for their own interests. Oh, give me this, I will give you this. Please, I want your mineral resources, I will give you protection. I want your protection, I have gold to give. Why do you think they are fighting Ibrahim Traore? Ibrahim Traore is trying to protect his mineral resources. He doesn't need their protection. That is why, do you know how much France have lost? Do you know how much so many international communities have lost since the emergence of Ibrahim Traore? You don't know. They are ripping Africans. And until Africans begin to stand together, though there is a revolution ongoing currently, we've already started seeing it. There is a strong revolution going on currently, and the zoo will not join that revolution. Do you know why they won't join that revolution? Because the zoo is the major problem of the world. I was watching a video of a young man today that has been trending. The man is from Hausa. I think I'll post the video of that young man in the next video. Do you know what he said? He said the major problem that we are having in the zoo is Hausa people. And he went further to review. The guy is in UK, he's in US, or he's outside the country. I can't really mention his country, but the guy has lived away from outside for a very long time. He's from Kanu State, a typical Hausa boy that traveled out. But this so-called mentality that they give to them has actually gone out because of the level of education he has acquired. You won't even know that he's an Hausa guy in the way he speaks. He said the major problem in the zoo is Hausa, and if the zoo is going to be a better country, let them split. Hausa has to go. And that is why I strongly believe that if Biafra comes today, Biafra will do better than the zoo by far. In less than a few years, I believe strongly. I'm not saying it because I'm a Biafran, but I'm saying it because I know that Biafrans, Igbos are not the problem of the zoo. The problem of the zoo are the Fulanis, the Muslims, and the rest of them who are trying to find every way to rule and take over everything. So we will continue calling for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. And I want the world to continue. Every Biafran needs to continue to call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu as we continue with the case, the court hearing of Nnamdi Kanu.
Before Unite, I am sorry. I have to address this very, very, very important. A lot on YouTube is so pathetic that we don't have a large crowd where I'm saying this, but at least the few people that are here will hear. Therefore, Unite is somebody that wants to belong when the ovation is very high. He wants to be a part of the show. He wants to just take the glory of those things. And especially the way these things are going, it looks like there's a huge number of people attacking and fighting. After he did that his video, he thought there would be a turnaround, an automatic turnaround that would bring the weights on our side and that side. Therefore, before he ever even went to going to do program, myself, I spoke with him. I spent time talking with him, and I told him the scenario of everything. I gave him that text message that we did not release. I waited for them to release. I sent it to Biafra Unite. That text message that Ngozi is facing our authority on. I sent it to Biafra Unite. I told him everything. All the questions I want to ask, he asked everything, and he got all the answers. You understand? And then we were waiting for him to act. He did not act. And then when we are bringing people together for us to make sure we stand together, those of us in the cabinet, and to make sure we have the right people, that are defending our prime minister. We called Biafra Unite to be together with, the two people. Up to today, Biafra Unite have not attended any of that meeting. Today, he was added, and then he did as if he doesn't know. You understand? And then after he did that, this program, this is somebody that naturally we will call each other. They will call me, I will call him another. Do you know that I was calling Biafra Unite almost every time? The phone will be ringing. He will not pick. When Jagaban did a memo and added Biafra Unite's name among the people that people should avoid, I sent him that memo. They saw it. The only thing he did was to give me a smile, a smiling emoji. He sent an emoji of a smile. He laughed over it, and he did not call me back with all the missed calls till now. So, okay, when is he going to call me? Is it when PM comes out now? And then because he always used to say, we are the people that fought this thing, we stood on our ground. I'm not saying this so that we cannot have a fight. But what you must know is that this freedom you really know is when you say you don't stand, you don't support anybody. It's not just a shame, a very pathetic way of representing the truth. You don't stand for anybody. You are not supporting anybody. Who is asking to support me? When I'm telling you the truth, I'm telling you to stand on the truth, not for you to support me. Because I am not the one. It is the truth. So you don't need to support me. You need to stand for the truth. And when you stand for the truth, what it means is that you are standing together with everyone that is standing for the truth. So you cannot say you are not on any side. If you say that, that means you are not genuine. You're not sincere. So the word means sincere, not genuine. You may be genuine, but you may not be sincere. So he did not call me back up till now. So I don't see any excuse that Biafra Unite will give me now, tomorrow. Maybe PM comes out tomorrow now, and then all these people are done and dusted, and then he will now be calling me. When will he call me? I have made up my mind that if he call me, I'm not going to respond to him. I'm not going to answer him. I'm not quarreling with him, but at least he will hear it on air now that I said that if he calls me tomorrow, even though I'm not quarreling with him, but for the fact that all this call I gave to him, he saw even my message, all he did was to smile and laugh over it, and then he did not call me back. Is it tomorrow that he will call me? I don't have anything to do with him anymore. It means that, he wants to be in the middle. Let's remain in the middle, because me, I have never been in the middle at any stage in this battle. I am always on that side where I want to be. And I make it very clear. Look at where I am, and everybody will see me. So if you cannot make it clear now, my friend, forget about me. You can't help me. And if I tell you what, by the grace of God, God have used me for him. And even Mazo Genkere, God has used me to connect him to Mazo Genkere, to be a blessing to him. If at all you see the truth, and all the attacks, and all this barrage of attacks and insults on this truthful man, and you are still saying, I am not on any side. Not because of anything he has done for you to assist you in one way or the other. Yes, I know what it is. Even Mazo Genkere, maybe he does not even know what I did for Biafra Unite. Then he was able to get that support he needed when his midnight. And then today, I am not on anywhere. Ogenkere will be blessed forever and ever. I'm telling you, anybody that opens his mouth and say any evil thing against that honest, sincere, and just man. You see where Ogenkere is today? He is not looking for prime ministership at all. But you can see that he is the one acting in the place of the prime minister because he's a sincere man that has chosen to stand for his boss. PM Simon Etta is his boss and he's a genuine man. You see, Dr. Agwezi telling people that Ogenkere is about money. If there's anybody that is a criminally minded money monger, I have never seen anybody like Ngozi or Agwezi before. A money monger, criminally minded. Everything about Ngozi or Agwezi is money. Money. When we went for the first Finland, I know we wanted to make the popular payment registration for Finland that time. We suggested that people should pay $50 so that a lot of people will come, so that we can have up to like 1,000 or more than 1,000. Because of our boys and Madam Azuka, they said, no, it is $300. I mean, how many dollars? We now said, okay, that was the planning committee. In the planning committee, and we decided on it. You know that Ngozi Oraveze insisted that hour we voted and we won that Biafra should pay $100. Ngozi Oraveze, because that was not her decision, she terminated that our decision and they came back. You know that Biafrans were not allowed to pay $100. And we went to Finland, we were county. Had it been it was $100, we will have more than 1,000 people in Finland. For that first convention of last year, we would have had many people. But Ngozi insisted that it will be, we will have a popular, which is we have VIP. That issue of VIP, it was an idea of Ngozi Oraveze. Then when Mazo Gechukwukere saw what was happening and that people were not forthcoming and the registration was low, he pumped in money to encourage people to come. He gave his own money. How much did Ngozi Oraveze give for people to come to that Finland? People were in Finland that year because of Ogechukwukere's support. I'm telling you, I said that was not enough. It happened again this time. And then she will be lying to people. Ogechukwukere, money, he's a money man looking for money. All the money that Ogechukwukere have put in this movement, his personal money, sometimes he will borrow the government. He's supposed to pay back. When government comes out, he will say, I have never put in any money, I collected it back. But maybe the government need money, and they took it from his business and he put in. So that when money comes back, collect it. Ngozi will make sure that Ogechukwukere does not get that money back. And Ogechukwukere will not complain. $50,000, it will just be there. Ngozi will make sure he doesn't get it back. But Oge will not kill himself. He will continue. You know why? Because he wants that. But Ngozi, her cup is full, and she has come to the end of the road. So that is why when somebody is undecided and all this, I have thought so many things at the same time when I'm trying to talk about Biafra Unite. So Biafra Unite issue, and my brother, you are 100% correct. As long as he has refused to choose his side, he shows that he's not a man with balls. So when he comes out to know and tell you he stands for truth, look at him with corner eye. Believe you me, it is disappointing for you to come. I'm not telling you to be on our side, but you see the clear picture of what's happening now, and you see you are telling people that you don't stand on any side. You will stand, which side you stand if you don't stand on any side. Then go and stand with Ngozi and let us know you are standing with her. Stop confusing us. I beg you. And finish your point, I beg.
Thank you so much, the wise man. I call you Pastor Van Maasi Sonia Aparawa, and our new acting Prime Minister, the three wise men, and God will preserve three of you and every genuine Biafra. Imagine a world where one that is neutral. Imagine Mazi Kwesu is neutral. One that Helen Peters is neutral. Everybody is neutral. Imagine the kind of attack. Imagine what will happen to us. The government will collapse completely, and our army will become vulnerable. Because one thing that must make everybody. So that is why when somebody is undecided and all this, I have thought so many things at the same time when I'm trying to talk about Biafra Unite. So Biafra Unite issue, my brother, you are 100% correct. As long as he has refused to choose his side, he shows that he's not a man with balls. So when he comes out to know and tell you he stand for truth, look at him with corner eye.
Breaking news. Nigeria's DSS denies any involvement in Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap and extraordinary rendition from Kenya to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 21st of May 2025, and I have breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we are going straight to this very news. There is no time for more preambles. Let's go straight and hit the ground running. It don't happen. The Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, is shaking and quaking only because of Nnamdi Kanu. They have met their Waterloo. This is the stumbling block to the Fulani's dream of conquering the entire Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, including Biafraland. That's why Fajwe Nnamdi Kanu ase. That's why they hated Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they hated Simon Ekpa. That's why they want to eliminate anybody who speaks about freedom in the zoo. It is better that Boko Haram, for them, I'm talking about to the Fulani oligarchy and to the Fulani evil politicians in Nigeria, they believe that it is better that Boko Haram takes over the north, overruns the north, eliminate any eliminatable thing, whether individual, animal, or even trees. It is better for them. They believe that that is the best way to go than allowing anybody to secede from the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Now, pay attention. I have a video to show you, but let's continue. I don't want to talk too much. Let us read this news, first of all, from a Zoo Media, Channels Television, and after reading, then we will analyze it properly and play a certain video for you. So pay attention while we continue. Alleged terrorism, DSS denies involvement in Nnamdi Kanu's Kenyan arrest. This emerged during cross-examination of a prosecution witness with codename Triple B, an intelligence officer from the DSS. An intelligence officer from the DSS. So the man maintains that he is still a DSS officer. Recall that Nnamdi Kanu was in the court today, 21st of May 2025. I was actually planning to come live before we received this notification. I said, no, I have to record this separately. Then when I come live later this evening, we will, discuss about it. Because because this matter long ago, the matter don't choke. The Department of State Services, DSS, has distanced itself from the controversial arrest. This is not an arrest. The controversial kidnap of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, in Kenya, insisting its operations are limited strictly to Nigeria's territorial borders. So we are going to ask a simple and all-important question. So who kidnapped him from Kenya and who renditioned him to the zoo? Very important question. Now let's continue. This emerged during cross-examination of a prosecution witness with codename Triple B, an intelligence officer from the DSS. The cross-examination of the prosecution witness resumed shortly after by Paul Erokoro, who conducted proceedings on behalf of the defense, Paul Erokoro San. When it becomes the zoo, council, you remember to add San. But because this one is representing Nnamdi Kanu, Channels Television, evil entity, you don't want to remember that he's a San. But I'll help you. I'll help you to remind you. Now, responding to questions whether the DSS can be influenced by politicians or ministers, the witness stated that the agency is under the Office of the National Security Advisor. He also clarified that the Attorney General does not delegate the operations of the DSS. Oh, so Attorney General of the Federation does not delegate the operations of the DSS, yet the same Attorney General of the Federation, the ex, of course, the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, gave you a letter that you are using to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu, to illegally prosecute Nnamdi Kanu. Illegally. Are you paying attention, my people? And they have said that that Attorney General, AGF, has no influence or teleguide the operations of DSS, but they are prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu on order of Abubakar Malami. You see the zoo. That's why we must do everything humanly possible to exit this evil entity. I'm telling you, my people, I'm telling you, Biafrans. Now, asked about the mode of intelligence gathering by the DSS, the witness noted that the sources are many, including human, social media, among others. The witness further said that owing to their mode of training, DSS operatives have the capacity to get information where necessary. Okay? Probed further, the witness said he was told by Nnamdi Kanu that he was kidnapped from Kenya and returned to Nigeria in 2021 on allegations that the DSS carried out the act. Mr. BBB stated that the agency lacks the powers to effect arrests beyond Nigeria's borders. The Mr. BBB, Triple B of DSS witness, stated that the agency DSS lacks the powers to effect arrests beyond Nigeria's borders. So, who kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya? This is a very important question that the DSS may not be able to answer. And that question must be answered before this so-called proceedings, court proceedings, continues. That question must be answered. Because by the time they answer that question, we begin to argue the disbandment of the DSS for committing a heinous crime, a cross-border offense, an international crime against humanity. By the time that question is answered, we begin to argue about the date that DSS should be disbanded. Now, they continued. The witness therefore restated that Kanu, via his Radio Biafra broadcast, incited violence